I'm going to show you guys how I do the body work on these things. I have all my parts printed. I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to show you what I need to do. There's a couple things I kind of forgot to do while I was printing, so I'm going to kind of tune them in before we get into the sanding part. That way we can smooth it all out. I'm going to go ahead now and show you what I have made here. Okay guys, normally I do this in the shop, but it's you know, super sunny out. The weather's awesome. Check it out. I'm going to work outside. Dust, everything like that will be out here instead. The body's all printed in ABS. I've got a video showing that getting printed. Got my mirrors, got my lenses. They're all in PETG translucent. So I was just testing, got my bumper all made. These lenses here weren't just so I made another set. One thing I forgot to do is take these marker lights out. I'm gonna do that next. I've already got them made, like I said. I got to do a little bit of gluing on this body before we move forward. I want to show you guys this glue. I use it on ABS. I use it on many things, but I use it on ABS because it dries almost instantly. You're going to want to get some of this stuff, guys. So I'll show you that, and then we'll move forward with the body work. Okay, guys, these are the glues that I normally use. Starbond, medium, great glue for ABS and PLA, whatever you want. I use Gorilla Glue sometimes, but my contractor who does work for me, because I suck at carpentry for some reason, showed me this stuff. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to see, if you buy this stuff, it's instant bond. And I'm telling you, it is strong. You can glue wood to concrete with this stuff. And it's a one-way street. A lot of guys say, oh, I broke it before. Okay, well, maybe you didn't apply it right. I'm not sure. Everybody has a different experience. I love this stuff because it dries instantly and I can move on with my projects. Now I'll show you. I'm going to glue a little spot that I missed on this body and show you how quick it dries. Now I noticed during the print it really didn't do this spot like sealed. I made this all one piece instead of several pieces like I did with my lowrider. This stuff here, guys, watch this. So here's the glue. You put the glue on. So I'll get her coming out here. I'll put a nice bead on there because honestly I'm not going to be doing anything with this. I'll tip it so it runs into the crack here. Just a second, I'll open the lid on this one. I should have done that first. I'll tip it so it runs in the crack. Literally, you take this and put a little spray of this on. And I'd imagine that's dry already. I usually wait until it evaporates and then I go from there. So let's test it. Let's see here. Dry as a bone. And that is strong adhesive, guys. Look at that. And that is not going anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead, you know, even though these spots are good, I'm going to go ahead and touch them up just so I don't have trouble later. Normally I have my little press, everything that my Dremel hooks up to, and normally I'd sit here and mess around and flat file these off. I'd just come along and flat file them until I had them the way I wanted. I want this to be quicker, so I'm going to go ahead and try to Dremel off the bulk of it, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sand it and make it really smooth, so when I hook on the marker lights here, it'll be nice and I'll be able to put a light in there. Okay, got the bulk of the material off. I'm going to go ahead now and grab a sanding wheel, and I'm going to go ahead and sand that a little smoother before I file it. Okay, now that I've got the bulk of the material off with the sanding wheel, I'm going to go ahead now and try to do a centered hole to that, so when I do sand it, I don't lose my place. I want that perfectly in the center, so it's not that complicated. I'm just going to make sure I'm close. That way I don't lose my place for my light. Because once I sand that down, it'll be a lot harder to tell where I want the hole. Now I'm going to test fit a light, see if I got the right size bit. I just guessed it. We'll go from there, guys. Okay, something I realized when I went and grabbed an LED to test is that these are pre-soldered from Amazon, these units, they're a little thicker here. 3mm bit's not gonna work out, especially where I made this body so thick. I wanted it to be strong. So what I've done is drilled it out bigger, and I can just put the light in there the way I want it, and then I'll just glue it after. I want it to, you know, shine really brightly out here. That'll work for this application. Now if it's a thinner body, I'd recommend doing it with just 3mm bit, then it goes in tight, you don't gotta mess around. So I'm gonna have a look here and see what I need to do to test fit the lens over there. Grab it now, see what it looks like. It's gonna be perfect. Yeah, just gotta smooth her off a little bit, guys, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then that'll be ready to move forward with the body work. So I'm gonna do my best to film this part, guys. I'll try to get in there tight so I can show you what I'm doing. Normally I'd just come in here and I'd try to level it with the file. I'll check and see if it's getting this. It's kind of a tight spot, but it levels off the spot really well and even. You want it flat. So you want it flat as possible. You don't want to scratch up the sides because that'll just create more body work for you. I think that one's good. Let me just check and see if I think it's good with the test fit. Okay guys, they look good. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I think you can see the marker light sits on there, mint. When I go to paint this, I'll be able to glue this on and the light will show through that nicely. I'll probably paint the little ring black. It'll look beautiful. Now moving on to sanding the whole thing down. That's way better than doing what we're doing here. So, moving on. So this part, sort of tedious. I mean, we've all done it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I do it. Now I'll start out with one of these sponges, little coarse grit, just cause it's 3D print. It'll sand it right off smooth. Then I'll go to like 400, 600, then 1,000. So I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding it down. Till I don't hear the squeaking no more. And this lets you get along these cracks really nice too. The sponge, it just, I don't know, it's a great little tool. I'll show you more of me doing this on a time lapse, because you probably don't want to sit there and listen to that squeaking. Okay guys, sometimes you're sanding and you're left with a spot like this that's super rough. I mean, it's rough. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and move back. What I do when I'm in the spot like that, I get out my flat file set. I got a little bit of, well, they're called needle files. And I'll take one and I'll just kind of hold the body down and I'll just run a file back and forth until I get it level. And that levels it right out really easy, especially with ABS. Like I said, ABS is awesome for body work. Since I was showing it way back here, I've learned that it's the way to do her. And right here, same thing. So for that spot, it's shaped a little different. I'll grab probably, let's see, this file here. I'll try and get in there and just kind of level it off best I can. And I'll turn it and I'll do it to the other side. And that's going to make all the difference on how your finished product looks. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to all the windows. And then I'll be right back. Okay guys, it's at the putty stage. I'm going to go ahead and apply some putty to it. Sunny out, it'll kind of dry too fast, but it'll get the job done. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of putty on. This is the putty I recommend using. I like it, it's pliable, it's easy to work with, and cleans up nice. So I'll go ahead and put putty where I think it goes. Maybe I'll time lapse it right here. So you're gonna look at that, guys, and you're gonna say, wow, that's messy. Doesn't matter. That sand's almost all off. It's just feeling little chips. That's all it's gonna do. There isn't really gonna be much of that left. And the reason you saw me do it here is because that's where I seamed it and I scraped most of it out. This will all sand off. Won't matter. That'll still look very nice in there. And I think it's gonna look great. Sorry about the shadows, guys, but I gotta leave this for a bit. Normally I'd have to leave it overnight here, but it's like 90 degrees out. So this will be done in, I don't know, half an hour. That's the good part. I want to get it done so I can get the prime coat on it, guys. All right, I'll be back soon. Okay guys, I want to lay a coat of prime on this now that I've sanded it. And I use this primer here. It's the duplicolor high build sandable primer. I want to lay a coat on it so that I can see where my blemishes are, so I can fix them. So let's do that. Just start there, and that's how I usually do it. I get a coat on her, and then I go ahead and I'm able to see where I need to do more work. I see a couple spots that I'm going to have to address, but I got to start with this so that I can see what I'm doing. I could waste a lot of time when high build primer could fix it. So this one's fitting, time for a new one. I'll give her a quick coat here, sand off my blemishes, and paint this thing. The roof's always nice because you can lay it on nice and thick. I've got it sanded good anyway, but it's always nice to see where it needs work, like I said. And there's little things that you can't fix with sandpaper, so it take you a week. So lay it on the hood nice and thick too, especially where it's warm out today. But it'd be just like putting a skim of Bondo on this thing today. All right, I'll leave that for a minute. See what I got. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and spray this thing just for the simple fact that the weather's starting to shift on me. It's got my 2 coats on it of primer, and everything's good to go. It's gonna be good enough as far as I'm concerned. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna set it up so that I got this done. I'm just gonna spray in here in the cab. So that's done. I always do that first. Let me get the roof line here. That way it gets the stuff that I can't see from underneath. There we go, and that is all I need to do there. That way I know all the undersides are painted and I can just move forward with the paint job. So now, we gotta hope that I can get through this before it rains, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint this. I'll go into a time lapse for you. Okay guys, that's coat 1. Doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna do coat 2 really soon. And then I'm gonna let it dry for about 45 minutes. Then I'm gonna clear coat it, get it done. It's gonna be a nice color, I think. What do you guys think? You like it? I think it's gonna look great. Okay guys, second coat's done. I'm rushing a little bit more than I wanted to, but like I say, might get 3 days of rain, then my paint will look terrible. So it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna wait, see what I think here in a couple minutes. Might hit her a 3rd time. Doubt it. Looking pretty good. So let's have a look. Looks all right. What do you think? I mean, I could have spent 2 more days sanding this thing, but yeah, I think it looks great. Okay guys, it's time to clear coat. It's gonna get raining soon. I want to get it done, so I'll time lapse it. Hopefully it goes well. Okay guys, that's 2 coats of clear coat. Gonna wait a couple minutes here. Gonna hit her a 3rd time. That way it'll be more resilient if I bump it or whatever. No, it's not perfect, but I gotta trim it out. So the things that I didn't get covered good, because I'm hurrying, they'll be covered by the trim pieces. So that's perfect. Okay guys, that's it. That's all she's getting. Now I just gotta wait for it to dry. I'm gonna put it inside. The weather's starting to turn really fast here, and it's time to put it away. Okay guys, this is the truck it's going on. You know, it's pretty nice, but you know, anyways, it's gonna look nice. I wanted to do like a similar color. I think it's gonna look awesome on there.
especially with all the black trim. I got the mirrors done, everything like that. It looks pretty good. Wish I wasn't rushed, but either way, it's going to turn out and it's going to look all right, especially once I get it trimmed out, like all your black and around the windows and the door handles and the headlights and marker lights all in it. It's going to look awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out my YouTube, check out my Facebook, check out my TikTok, and check in the description for links.